Hello and welcome. It's Brandon Scott, and with me, the one and only athletic trainer for the Sudbury Five, Kim Bruce. Kim, how's it going since we started self-isolating?
Hey, Brandon, it's nice to be here. I've had some time on my hands. It's kind of nice to get some spring weather outside. I see a lot of people walking through my subdivision, but as many other people, it's boring. It's a lot of off time. But I've been healthy. I've been good.
Yeah, that's great to hear. I know for myself, I've been burning through my Netflix account so far. One thing I noticed that you started doing in your spare time is starting a new initiative, RVs for healthcare workers. Kim, can you explain that to me?
Absolutely. And like I've said in a few other media clips, March 13th, like, half the world, if not more, everybody's busy days came to a screeching halt, and mine included. And I have a lot of contacts in the community. I'm in the healthcare field, obviously the trainer with the teams and many others. And I have a lot of colleagues and friends and neighbors that are frontline workers. And again, like you're on Netflix, I took to social media a little bit too to take up some time and, going through Facebook and just kind of seeing what was happening all over the world for that matter, and realizing that as this pandemic was unfolding, that people were starting to fear what was going to happen in their homes if they came, as a frontline worker in the hospitals or in a senior residence, and come home with the potential of passing this virus on to their family members. And a friend of mine, Chris Whitehead, who I've done this initiative with, he had posted his RV on Facebook for anybody that may need it because he couldn't use it. And I thought, that's it. That's what we're going to do. And, I had no idea what I was doing, I'll be honest. I thought, okay, yeah, I've got the contacts. So let's get this rolling and see what we can do. And we started with Dr. Clean. That was my first call, believe it or not. And the Bradley family just said, yep, we're on this. And so it really unrolled really, really easily. And I don't, knock on wood, I certainly don't want to jinx myself, but we spoke to them and they agreed to disinfect the units pre and post. So then I know that when, we're borrowing a unit, because there's no money involved. Nobody's making any or losing any. And so when we take this RV from one of our community members, we know that we can give it back to them disinfected. So, it's worry free. And Jim's Portable Toilets jumped on and said, oh, you know what? Don't worry about the waste products. We're going to come by and we're going to dump those RVs for you in place. Awesome. And Vince Palladino, he owns an RV dealership, and his auto group said, you know what? We've got some gently used units. Can't move them right now. So we're going to lend them to you as well. And it really just kept unfolding in that matter. We've got Nickel Belt Camping, amazing owner, Guy, just amazing human being. He is inspecting every unit, something I didn't think about, for gas, leaks and for electrical, so that we know that the RVs are safe. And it's also a nice little thing to give back to the owner, saying we've done these inspections for you. You know what? Your RV is ready to go once the world opens up. And they've, lent us some units. So it's even smaller companies, Crosscut Distillery, they are giving us hand sanitizer. Lisa Bonet and Simple Present, she gave us, these really nice gift bags to give out. So I can't say enough about this venture. It's been extremely rewarding, but again, knock on wood, quite easy to get off the ground.
It sounds like the community is really pitching in and helping out. How important is that for you to see that?
Yeah, it's the interesting thing now that I get to see, Bren, is I get to hear the stories. So this one young girl, it's not a girl, young woman who's a nurse, she's been sleeping in her car because her grandparents, she's the sole caregiver, and they're both immunocompromised. So this girl's been sleeping in her car, going to work for us because she's at the hospital, and coming home to sleep in her car, if you can imagine that. And so we were able to give her an RV. There's and the stories go on and on and on about our frontline staff and workers that are going to the hospitals and to these homes every day and keeping people as healthy as they can. and their battle is real. Their fear is real, you know, and they're in contact with these COVID positive patients, and then thinking about their 3-year-old back home going, they've got asthma, you know, and I got to come home. What do I do? Do I shower? What do I do? Do I hose myself off? Like, unfortunately, we don't know enough about the virus to know how to do all this safely. So it's been incredibly rewarding to be part of the stories, and then being able to give them that, you know, a little bit of peace of mind to be able to have these RVs to go home to and wave to their family members from the windows, right? Still interact, but be safe.
Yeah, it's shocking hearing this story from you. Are you able to keep up with the demand for the RVs at all, or is there still plenty of work to go?
Unfortunately, we are caught up. Yeah, we again, Palladino. Vince, you probably won't see this, but God bless you. Nickel Belt Camping and every single person that's donated an RV for us, we have been able to match 100% of the needs to date as of today. And I mean, we're going to go forward, and we're going to have more fear and more you know, unfortunately, more probably, I should say, more COVID, you know, plus patients, or positive rather. So the need's going to grow, and I did make a little video the other day asking for more RVs, and Jerry Lockheed graciously donated a lot on Regent Street. So if we do end up with the overflow of RVs, we have a lot to put them in, and then be able to partner them with a healthcare worker. So far, so good.
Now, what else can people do to kind of get involved and help out this initiative?
We have a Facebook page right now called RVs for Healthcare Workers. Sharing that page, sharing our video clips, getting the word out. The clip I just did was about people that may have an RV that might be locked in a campground, or might just be on, you know, ground that's kind of a little still soft. We can certainly help with contacting owners of those campgrounds, maybe contacting a local MP that might be able to pull some strings, or we can also wait it out. Like I said, unfortunately, I don't think this virus is leaving anytime soon. We probably have, you know, a couple weeks to maybe a month and a half where we're still going to need some RVs. So if there's anything that's out there in our community, that anybody that has one or knows somebody that has one, we would love for them to reach out to us and allow us to partner that RV with somebody who needs it.
And I know you mentioned a Facebook page there, but what's the best way to get in contact with you?
There's a way to private message us on there. It pops up, we see it, and I can message them directly to get their contact numbers so that we can have a chat about whether they're donating an RV or needing an RV. And that's basically how it gets started. It's pretty simple.
This is just an unbelievable job you're doing, Kim. I think it's safe to say, on behalf of Sudbury itself, thank you for your hard work during these tough times, and hopefully this video could help support.
Thank you very much, Brandon. I appreciate it. I appreciate it a lot.
Thank you.